Hello Virgo, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles. There's a website in the back here if you're interested, chroniclebooks.com. If it focuses, I think it did. Yeah, just freeze frame there and then you can look that up if you want to, of course. Supportive oracle cards, spellcasting oracle cards. The creators are there. I think it's Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There's their last names, but there is a website for them too. She Who Is Art. If I can, please focus. Thank you. Go ahead and freeze frame there if you want to search that out. I haven't yet, but it's just one of those things. Every time I pick up the deck, I'm like, oh, I want to look at that. And then, I don't know where my brain goes, but it doesn't happen. So sooner or later, I'll get to that website. What do we have for Virgo? Are you the only one? Are you the only one putting in the effort here? Do you not know that? Hold on. No, Mr. Logan. Logan! Don't be rubbing up against the table. Come on now. Fair warning, cat might jump up into your reading. You also got the good luck card, which makes me laugh in this deck, because it has cat on it. My cat is orange, but he looks a lot like this, except he's orange. When I see this, the reason I'm laughing, because every time I see this cat with the words good luck, it looks so sarcastic. It's like most times, I should say most times. It just makes me laugh. I'm just kind of like, when I was younger anyway, it was kind of like somebody would be like, oh, I'm going to go do that. And you'd be like, yeah, good luck. Like, that'll work out for you. Good luck. And this is what's in the environment here. It seems a little sarcastic, a little tongue-in-cheek there. The Magician here. The Magician is a tricky card. It can be a very, very good card. It can also be a very, very manipulative card. It's really, at least when I read it, it's very much usually flavored by what's going on around it. And there's the good luck card here, and then there's a little bit of sarcasm feel to it. Things changing quickly. Somebody who's trying to make something happy, yet they don't know what they're doing. Now, this is another card. This, just to be fair, this is the Pisces card. I am a Pisces. But I'm getting, this is like not knowing. Going into something, just flying by the seat of your pants, just kind of like I'll make it up as I go. When you go into the moon energy, it can be very intuitive, but it can also be very random. It's kind of like if you run into the night and you let the moon madness get the best of you. It's not so much psychic as psychotic. So it's kind of like a fine line. Is that psychic or psychotic? Fine line sometimes. And I feel like whatever you're dealing with, they're trying to make something happen, but they literally have no direction. Which... it's kind of like just running, it's kind of like letting a kid loose in a toy store and they just grab random things because of the pretty colors or the shape, or they like, oh, I like toys, I like robots, I like cars, and they just randomly grab stuff that doesn't really go together. And it's just kind of like they're just grabbing stuff. It just doesn't make sense. It's kind of like when I was a kid, there's a certain, like I used to like Transformers and stuff like that, so I'd stay in that category and I'd get things that would match up with that and I could play with, that would make sense with those things. But this is like a kid's kind of like, oh, look, that's a pretty color. It's like a Holly Hobby or something. And you got something over here, it's like a puzzle. And then you got something over there that's like pens. And they're like, oh, I like this toy too. And it's like some type of toddler toy, but they think it's cool, so they want it. Things that they may not even use. It feels like that type of energy. Like they're just grabbing what looks good. Not thinking like, am I really going to play with that? Do I really want that? Instead of going over to like, look at the boxes of the stuff that they normally would do, they're not planning it out. There's no plan. I don't like that. See, this is why I think you're the one working. No, you're the one doing the work and going towards something. Somebody else might be participating, but there's no direction, so it's not going anywhere. Even though I'm a Pisces, and I don't think there's really not a lot of earth in my chart. I do have this thing about lists and achieving a goal and staying to a plan. I don't know. I don't have any astrological reasoning for it. It's just there. So I kind of empathize with like, wait, what do you mean we're doing all this work and it's going nowhere? Like, what do you mean you don't have a plan? Like, I hate this. They're going through, they're just letting their heart decide very randomly, but it's kind of like unchecked. It's kind of like just doing things because you like it without realizing where it's going. It's like somebody going to that, if you work somewhere and there's that community refrigerator, maybe a couple, somebody just going to the refrigerator going, oh, I want that, and just taking it. Meanwhile, it's not theirs, but they're like, yeah, but I want it, so it's fine. I'm sure nobody will mind that much. That may be somebody's lunch. That may be the only thing they're going to eat that day, and you just took it. Like, there's no emotional regulation to this. They're just not thinking things through. They're just, I want it, so I take it. Or like, literally somebody taking something off of somebody else's desk just because they want it, and they're like, well, they didn't really like it that much. It was just this little piece of paper. Or like, I used to notice this would happen at certain places I would work. Like, someone would have some nice little Post-its or stuff, or nice little pens, and people would just take them, kind of like, well, I mean, they're consumables and whatever. I would be blown away by some of the things I've seen people do. But it's like that. It's like they're not thinking about the emotional connection about what they're doing. They're just flying by the seat of their pants. I swear to God, I know that this is not going to be for everybody, but I feel like this is somebody who's like on something. It doesn't have to be even illegal drugs. It's just something where they're a little loopy and they're not thinking things through, and whatever feels good in the moment, they're doing it. It's kind of like a diabetic going in and just plowing through a bunch of candy. Kind of like, maybe it's really good for that 5 minutes, but once it hits, you might have a really serious problem. It's kind of like that. It's frustrating to me. I hope we're not going too far off, but like that energy is like, ah. Now, the energy is positive with this person. I think that's the problem. Like, they're in a positive mood, and they seem like, I don't think you're realizing, I don't know why at first, because they're giving this Nine of Cups. At first, you're not realizing they're just, there's no plan. You will figure it out, though. Definitely. Because I feel like we need to kind of talk more. Your advice card, because I'm feeling for you, this is an advice card. Don't just go along with whatever this is. We got to talk this out. If you start talking with them, your natural energy, at least a Virgo natural energy, is to like, okay, what are we building? What is the plan? Tell me the plan. What's the plan? Where are we going? Where are we headed off to? If I'm packing the picnic basket, where are we going to take it? Where are we going to enjoy these sandwiches and chips and cookies and lemonade and whatever the hell I got it going on there? Where are we going with it? Tell me, because maybe I could get, that way I can pack a little, I can pack light. If we're going to be, within 100 feet of the car, I can put a bit of nice stuff in there that's heavy, because, we can manage to get it 100 feet. But if we're going to be trekking through the wilderness for like a couple hours, I'm gonna pack light, and I'm not going to bring the picnic basket. I'm going to put it in a backpack so we can handle it better. That's more Virgo energy, kind of like, where are we going? How far do I need to take it? If I'm going to have to travel a couple miles, I'm going to make sure it's comfortable and that it's sustainable. We can do this, and we have the cleanup to take care of it afterwards, so we don't leave a bunch of garbage wherever we are. But if it's going to be close to the car and it's in a park and there's the proper receptacles around, it'll change what I bring. It'll change what I do, because I'll plan accordingly. That's Virgo. That's Earth. That's Earth. That's just flat out Earth, and you guys are Earth. Talk to them. Your natural energy will just bring it forward. You will figure this out faster than maybe you want to. Because if you don't figure it out in the beginning, you'll figure it out later. Because I'm getting like, once you put in the work and you're kind of like, all right, where are we going with this? I got all this stuff. Like, if you wait till later, it's like you already packed you're getting everything set. You're like, I got the time off. I got some ideas here. I'm getting ready to go to the store. Give me the plan so I can decide what I'm going to buy for this picnic. And they're like, well, I don't know. Wherever we end up, we end up. And you're like, what do you mean wherever we end up, we end up? You're like, no. Like, are we going to go somewhere near the water so I maybe need to bring bug spray? Are we going to go somewhere where it's just a little colder, so I need to bring a warmer jacket? Like are we going up in the hills? Like, is it going to be windy there? How far are we going? Like, it's going to determine what I wear, what I bring, how I participate. And they don't have a plan. They're just flying by the seat of their pants. It's the King of Wands, but in this situation, I'm getting like the King of Wands without direction is just like, it's all over the place. This isn't going to work for you. That's the short end. And it may work for them. I don't know about that. It might work for them. It's not going to work for you. This is not how you roll. This is not normal Virgo energy, stereotypical Virgo energy. When you do figure it out, which is better sooner than later, because I think they're just trying to, hopefully in this reading, give you a heads up before you really hit this hard. It's the Ten of Swords with the finding. But I'm like, when I read it at first, I read it as finding out. There's no out there, but like finding out what's really going on here. And you're like, what? Like what? You have no plan, you have no direction, you have no goal. Like, why am I here? Why am I talking to you? You have no goal, you have no direction. Why am I even here? That's not okay. That's never gonna be okay with Earth, in your Earth, Virgo. No. I don't put in effort just to throw it away. I don't create something just to go, it was fine, but whatever, and just walk away from it. You don't do things like that. That's not Earth. Earth doesn't put in effort just to be like, y'all don't do that. That's just not normal. That's not normal Earth, anyway. I keep saying Earth, I'm noticing. Virgo is like, you guys are definitely Earth, but I'm feeling like this very strong Earth, like, I'm upset that you've wasted my time, Earth energy. Kind of like, no, I'm not okay. Because then it's like, what's going to happen after that is kind of like, oh, I did not waste my time. That is not acceptable. So I'm going to have to find somebody else to go on the trip that I'm planning. And I'm just going to leave this person. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just going to create something based on what I've already started. So I'm going to have to fill in the blanks. I'm going to have to create a plan to use up this asset that I've created. Because I'm like, no, I'm not going to throw away my effort. So this person didn't know what they were doing. That's okay. I'm going to create a plan, get somebody else, and I'm going to create a plan myself. And I'm going to make good on the stuff that I've done. Because I don't do stuff just to throw it away. I don't put in effort just to go, I guess not. I don't do that. I don't know if I dropped that hint a little too hard, but whoever this person is, no harm to them, no negativity to them, no bad things to them, whatever. Just let them go. If they want to run and play by the seat of their pants, then let them go do that on their own. Because I'm getting like, don't care. The animals on its side is kind of like, this is not your responsibility. Because like when I see the animals right side up, I'm getting kind of like, when you take care of an animal, you make sure they have food, they have a place to sleep, that they're warm, that they're taken care of, that they're taken to the vets, and they get their shots. When I see the animals card in this deck anyway, it's like caring for another. Could be literally an animal or a person. But like in this situation, it's like you're caring for this, and it's kind of like it's not working in your direction. If you want the judgment to go in your favor, let them do what they want. Take what you've already put together and take it in a direction where you can make the best of it for yourself. Mr. Logan has decided to grace your reading. He approves. There's one more card. I've already talked about the other one, but this is the last piece. They've got psychic abilities with the timing card. Things will come together for them as appropriate. I'm still not sure it's going to go... Well, I don't think it'll go well for you. How's that? I just don't see you matching. Wherever they're going, no harm to them, no negativity to them, but let them go and do what they need to do. Just let them be, is what I'm getting. It's just not going to match your energy. Maybe it's right for them. Maybe it's right for them. Let's just be fair. Maybe it's right for them, but it's not right for you. And I'm getting there's a lot of quick energy, a lot of quick changes, a lot of going left, going right. They may get the goal that they want. What they're doing may work very well for them and cool for them, but it's not for you. Because I'm getting like with the psychic and the Eight of Pentacles here, they're going to keep working towards something, and it's like they're figuring out what they want as they go. I feel like if you keep following them, it's going to feel like there's a lot of wasted effort, a lot of wasted energy. They're kind of figuring out as they do. Your energy would be more like let's figure it out before we do. They're kind of like let's do and we'll figure it out as we do. It doesn't really match. Seriously, bub? Yeah. Okay. So let them go their own way. Let them go their own way is all I'm good. There's no harm, no foul. I just think of what they're saying is like, this is not going to work for you. Are we good? I think we're good. Thank you for watching. I'm going to shut this down here. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in giving a donation, the information for that's below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.